Hello and welcome to Muscle Investing, where we invest from a position of strength. This is Muscle Investing's $10 a week lottery fund investing series. If you are new to this investment series, what I do in it is instead of buying lottery tickets each week, a high risk purchase, I instead buy Ark Invest ETFs, a high risk investment. I invest $10 a week into Ark Invest ETFs. If you like this investment series, please like this Ark Invest investment video as that helps us out with YouTube's algorithm, and consider subscribing. Once subscribed, click the bell notification box and you're all set. Please also consider becoming one of our patrons on Patreon at patreon.com/muscleinvesting. Here's my update on my lottery ticket money investment to M1 Finance's high-risk Ark ETFs equal-weighted portfolio, and how my money in that investment, instead of buying lottery tickets, is performing. The current value of the account is $296.27. The portfolio has decreased in value by $18.40 since the last video. Looking at just capital gains, the fund is down $135.55. In the previous video, the fund was down $25.28. Return on investment is down 49.30%. In the previous video, return on investment was down 11.53%. This is a result of the market dropping drastically in the last couple of weeks, but especially for technology companies, the sector Ark Invest is heavily invested in. At market close on January 21st, the S&P 500 was down 1.89%, the Dow Jones was down 1.30%, and the Nasdaq was down 2.72%. Even with the loss cloud hanging over Ark Invest and their ETFs, I got paid dividends for the first time from Ark Invest. For Ark Innovation ETF, I received 56 cents. For Ark Autonomous Technology and Robotics ETF, I received 55 cents. For Ark Genomic Revolution ETF, I received 42 cents. For Ark Next Generation Internet ETF, I received $1.86. It's not much, but Ark Invest is finally paying me for being an owner of their ETFs. Between episode 4, the last video, and episode 5, this video, I deposited $90 into the account. $90 that I would have spent on lottery tickets, and made 14 purchases of Ark Invest ETFs. Once on December 6, 2021, the second buy on December 27, 2021, and the third buy on January 18, 2022. When it comes to what I invested in and their current values, those ETFs are as follows. Ark Innovation ETF's current value is $58.87. Ark Next Generation Internet ETF's current value is $58.65. Ark Genomic Revolution ETF's current value is $59.57. Ark FinTech Innovation ETF's current value is $58.81. And Ark Autonomous Technology and Robotics ETF's current value is $60.37. In Ark Invest news, Ark Invest has been walloped since the beginning of 2022. Ark Innovation ETF alone has shed 18% of its value since the start of 2022. All of Cathie Wood's funds have felt market pressure as treasury yields continue to rise. Ark Space Exploration and Innovation ETF sold 3,000 shares of Netflix before Netflix released its quarterly earnings report last week. That was a wise move since Netflix lost 21.79% of its value after it released that report. Ark Invest's de-investment move was not shrewd enough though, since Ark Invest still held over 10,000 shares of Netflix following that earnings report announcement. Popular stock market pundits like CNBC's Jim Cramer have recently said that people should invest in companies that create products and actually make money versus disruptive, innovative companies. In other words, choose a value company over a growth company. Example, between Coca-Cola and Teladoc, Cramer would say choose Coca-Cola since Coca-Cola actually makes tangible products year in and year out and has a strong balance sheet, regardless of the pandemic or shifting markets. Cathie Wood, the CEO of Ark Invest, seems undaunted by this turn of events, saying that the disconnect between valuation for innovative companies in the public versus private markets is as wide as I've ever seen. The arbitrage opportunity is enormous. Arbitrage is a simultaneous purchase and sale of the same asset in different markets in order to profit from tiny differences in the asset's listed price. If employed, I hope this strategy works for Cathie Wood and Ark Invest. What isn't working for Cathie Wood is Ford and GM stock price increase following the news of their electric vehicle production. They soared on those electronic vehicle announcements. Think about that. That's ridiculous, Wood said. My take on this situation is when Tesla, which Ark Invest is heavily invested in, has a positive EV production announcement, their stock price usually goes up. Why is that okay? Why is that not ridiculous? Yet when Ford announces a positive ramp up in their EV production and their stock price goes up, why is that ridiculous? Both announcements have to do with the exact same product, EVs, in the exact same industry. Ford primarily makes combustion engine vehicles, and Wood goes into that, but there is a perceptual aspect of the stock market that her elaboration does not touch upon. The stock market perceives Ford as headed in the right direction, and positive announcements like doubling their production of its EVs to meet increased demand bolsters that perception, and the stock market positively reacts. The stock market is doing the same with Ark Invest. The market perceives Ark Invest's heavy investment in innovative companies as problematic during a time of inflation. Hence, all of Ark Invest ETFs enduring drops in value, even if the stock market's belief in those ETFs' underlying companies has not changed. That brings us to the end of this update from Muscle Investing's $10 a week lottery fund investing series. To follow the progress of this investment, please subscribe to the channel and turn on the bell notification so when a new video in this series is published, you will be instantly notified. I'll be publishing a new video in this investment series every month, letting you know how the investment is doing, growth, dividends, losses, etc. Thank you, and you can watch one of these videos next.